Hello and welcome to Digging the Course 365. Let me just change that lighting, that's a bit better. Oh, it's cold. It's really cold, isn't it? It's freezing. It's freezing. I'm not alone. This is Chaz.
Morning.
And this is little Gracie.
Say
Hello, Gracie.
Say hello. Not going to get much out.
She'll look back on that in 10 years and think, oh, I wish I'd have said something. Bless her. Yeah, Chad has very, very, very kindly sorted me out a caravan to stay in tonight. So I've got somewhere to stay tonight, but it's cold and it's windy and it's freezing, it's horrible. We're going to give it a go. Chad's got a really terrible detector, but he's, I wish him well. If it doesn't work for him, he can borrow mine, I've told him. It's called a Visua. Visua. It's rubbish, but if he finds more than me, I'm going to look like a fool. Somebody else is joining us in about half an hour just for a chat. I don't think he's detecting with us. He offered for me to sleep in his back garden in a tent, and I could use his electric, but I've got a better offer. Anyway, let's get on with this because it's cold and we need to start swinging and get warm. Okay, this is the first hole of the day. First bit of bad news of the day, by the way. I've got a little crack on my screen on my camera. It's only small. It's like a little chip. I don't think it's going to be a problem, but, you know, it's not good, is it? There is a signal in here, but... This is not going to be fun. Oh, there it is. I can see it. It's red. You know. A bottle top. I thought this was going to be a good beach. But hey, signal number 1, there's more to come. Signal number 2, it's metal. And it's battered, and it's just stuff. It's nothing to get excited about. But I'll tell you something. After a few days of no detecting because there was no beaches, it is actually nice to get back on the beach, even though it's freezing, just to get back on the beach and find rubbish. I'm very good at it. So this is the detectable beach part, but the beach actually goes out a long, long way. The tide is fully out at the moment. This is all detectable if you've got the right metal detector. But it's, you know, it is sand stroke mud. It's more sand, to be honest, but it's full of water, as you can see. With the right machine, I could do this. But, you know, the Deus is good, but it does struggle when it hits the water. It's really bad. It's like gale force. It's ridiculous. Oh, by the way, I just found something. A little dead crab. Look at that. Poor thing. Sometimes you just have to give in. There is a signal. It's about 2.5 foot deep. It keeps falling back in, and it's swampy. It's something big, something iron. It could be something really good, but I'm not dealing with it. I just can't be bothered. I've got a little story to tell you. You like your stories, historical stories. This is a fact. This is a true story about this area, yeah? If we get interrupted, it's because the beautiful little Gracie keeps coming up to me and saying she's found a stone or a shell, and it's so cute, but it's not treasure, is it? Anyway, I want to tell you this story. This happened on this island. One of the most famous houses which remain on this island. I can't tell you the name of it. I can actually. Sherland Hall, okay? Somebody who owned Sherland Hall was called, bear with me, I've got all the facts, Robert de Sherland, okay? We're talking in the 1300s. God, it is so windy. Oh, you found some shells. Well done, Gracie. Well done. Bless. In the 14th century, he killed a monk. and he felt so bad about it. He wanted forgiveness from the king. So he was trying to find the king, and he found out that the king was on a boat just off here. You know, a couple of miles off the shore of this island on a boat. So he went out on a boat to see the king to beg forgiveness. The king says, yeah, you shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have killed a monk. No excuse, really. But I'll tell you what, I'll let you off. I'll let you off, but don't do it again. Anyway, a witch went up to Robert. Let's call him Bob, yeah? A witch went up to Bob and says, for what you did, killing that monk, you're gonna die. You're gonna die riding your horse. Okay, he had a horse called Great Dolphin. He says, in 1 year's time, you're gonna die because of your horse. So, Bob, he pretty much pooped his pants. He was terrified of this witch. So what he did is he went home, he shot his horse and he beheaded it. He'd cut the head off his own horse so that it wouldn't work, and then he lived happily ever after and thought everything's all rosy and cool again now. Until the year came, he was on the beach and he stood on a bone. The bone was part of his washed up horse, which then gave him some kind of blood poisoning and killed him. True story, true fact. That's England for you. That's Ireland for you. Believe it or not, it's a very good story. Poor Bob. Shouldn't have killed a monk though. Shaz? Shaz? You're aware about when the Dutch came over and took our country, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know about them taking this island. What do you know about it? Tell everybody. There's thousands of people watching you. You say you know about it. Now you've got to prove it.
Well, the Dutch came over, they took the country, and then...
Okay, I'll stop him there. They didn't take the country at all. They just took this island. All right. He doesn't know what he's talking about. They took the island. They had it for like 2 days, and then they ran away. They were scared because British are hard and Dutch are soft. Yeah, one of the only parts of Great Britain ever to be taken by a different country. So well done, the Dutch. I hope you enjoyed your 48 hours. I've had longer drinking sessions than that. You're soft. Can't beat the British. We've got it back. I didn't need a passport to come here. Chaz? Chaz? The Isle of Sheppey we're on, yes?
Yes.
Do you know why it's called the Isle of Sheppey?
Yeah, because the Dutch came over, took the country, and they said...
Yeah, completely wrong. Nothing to do with the Dutch at all. The Saxons called it the Isle of Sheppey. In fact, it was pronounced slightly differently. Sheppey meaning sheep. It was known as the Isle of Sheep. Don't worry, I'll educate him. As I go along. Nothing to do with the Dutch. Shaz?
Yeah.
Shaz, have you ever heard of the word swampy?
The Dutch invented it, didn't they?
No, nothing to do with the Dutch. Swampy is what they call... It's like a term they call people who live on this island. A swampy.
Oh, okay.
Some people see it as an insult. Some people see it as it's keeping their... What's the word? Keeping their heritage. You know, some people don't mind being called a swampy, but everyone on this island is known as a swampy. Apart from Dutch people and Chaz, they don't know anything about swampies. I do. Shaz? Yeah. Shaz? I've just been asked a question on one of my comments or on Facebook or something. Someone's asking me the question, who is your favourite person in history and why? Now, I thought I'd just ask you before you can't have a chance to think about it. Go answer the question.
I think it was that Dutch bloke, wasn't it?
The Dutch bloke was your favourite person.
Forgot his name. But
Ruud van Hullet.
Yeah, that's him,
Yeah. Why?
Just because he's Dutch, I suppose.
Because he's Dutch. Loves Dutch people. Probably the only Dutch person... Well, he has Dutch descendants from like 400 years ago. Pretty much the time they invaded here. He's probably the only Dutch descendant left. He knows a lot about Dutch, but he knows bugger all about this island, I'll tell you. Oh yeah, just to answer the question, sorry, you asked me the question, my favourite person in history ever, just so I don't offend anyone, I'm going to say Jesus Christ Superstar. Yeah. I've got a lot of respect for him. He had a fantastic album out in the 70s. I loved every song on it, and apparently, you know, he was son of God, and he did stuff, and he could walk on wine and heal people. He did all sorts of stuff. So yeah, Jesus Christ Superstar, best man who ever lived. Love him to bits. Him and Jim Morrison. I like Jim Morrison as well. So it's time to see how much money we've raised for Rays of Sunshine so far. Here we go. Bing! And here is how much money we've raised for Rays of Sunshine in the last 24 hours. Bing! Yeah, it's not very good. It's not very good. In fact, it's rubbish. It's rubbish. I'm on a beach. I'm really cold. I'm finding nothing. Well, you're sat, you know, on your favourite chair in the warmth, scratching your bum and eating your tea. Get off your bum. Well, you don't even have to get off your bum. Just click on one of the links in the description and start donating some money. If you don't, there's going to be trouble. We need money, and we need it now. Let's make some wishes come true. Rays of Sunshine. Diggingthecourse.com in the description. Do it, or else. Very nice signal in here. It's one of them signals that makes you want to go, ooh. I missed it, only a little bit, but I did miss it. I must have it now. I have. It's out. It's big. Oh, I don't like it. I'm not impressed. Just a big round disky thing of nothingness. Been going a while now. I really want to get out here, and I'm trying to get away from the beach a bit and come in a bit, but it's so wet and miserable. But I've just braved it for a little bit, come out here, and I found a coin. Here it is, but I'm guessing it's just going to be 2 pence. Can you see it there? Please be something better. Yeah. I think it's 2 pence. Let me just wash it. That'd help. Wash it in the mud. There you go. Beautiful. What forgot? Yeah, it's 2 pence, man. It doesn't even say 2 pence on it. What's all that about? 2 pence piece. Well, I'm really braving it now. I'm coming right out. World War II bullet case in there. Still a long way to go though. I can't even see the edge of the sea. It's ridiculous. At this point we were joined by Lee, and we decided to call it a day. It was just too cold, and we had poor little Gracie with us. So we sacked it. I'd just like to give a massive thank you to Chaz for sorting me out a caravan for the night. I had a good 12 hours sleep last night, believe it or not. 12 hours. I'm saying last night because I'm recording this the day after. So massive thank you to Chaz, and a massive thank you to Tim as well, because Tim brought me a load of food and drink as well, which has really helped. Some sandwiches and some things to drink. So massive thank you, Tim. Massive thank you, Chaz, and lovely to meet you, little Gracie. Yeah, that's the end of this video. As I say, I'm recording it the next day. The plan was, you see, we were going to go back to the beach. We were just going to have a little rest and then go back for another session, and it never happened. That's why I'm recording it today. So, thanks for joining. See you tomorrow on Digging the Coast 365.